Hey, hi guys. Welcome to COM 125. My name is Brother Shirtliff, and I'm going to be your instructor, and I'm really excited to get to know each of you this semester. Um, I really love being an instructor and the opportunity that I have to be an online instructor and to get to spend a little portion of each day working with online students. So please really just something that really matters to me because I took online courses when I went to BYU Idaho. I know what it's like to be in a course, um, one of these courses, and I know one of the things that really always bothered me was how separated I felt from my instructors. I didn't really feel like I knew them at all, and that's something I don't want to have happen with you guys. I would like to get to know each of you and get to really help you get to know me as well. And so just to introduce this little video is just a chance for me to introduce a little bit about myself. And so I'm going to share my screen and just show you guys just a couple things, and especially introduce the course just a little bit because there's some important stuff I want to share with you guys. So let me start sharing this with you. Okay, great. Okay, so you can see right here, here's a picture taken almost a year ago now of my beautiful family soon after we moved back to Rigby, Idaho. So that's where I live right now. I used to live in Arizona. Before that, my wife and I lived for a short period in Canada, which actually, while I'm recording this intro video, I'm in Canada in my parents' house right now, which is fun. I always love getting to come home for a little bit. So here you go. There's my beautiful wife and our two boys. Our son, oldest son right there, David, is 4, and our youngest son, Jacob, is just turned 1 recently. So, yeah. And of course, you know, my email and my website here. I was going to show you that. So this is a copy of my website. It's currently I'm trying to go through and do a lot of revamping. So it's going to be a lot cooler looking in the next few months probably. But I'm an illustrator by trade. That's the main thing I studied, but I also have had experience working as a graphic designer and teaching graphic design at the high school and college level before I started teaching for BYU Idaho. And so if you want to click right here, you can check out my portfolio. All this information is on the intro page. So you can click on here and see some of my illustration work. Also, if you want to, you can click over here on Rocket Boy. This will take you to my Patreon page, and I'm just kind of building that right now. I'm just finishing building that so you can kind of view that. I'm doing a web comic. And so if you want to view that and want to see some of that, you can. Also, right here, you can get links to go to social media. I've got a Instagram and Twitter accounts that I use and post to pretty frequently. I also have a Tumblr I do semi-often and stuff. So if you guys want to see some more of my kind of concept work and stuff, you can do that. But yeah, I'm an illustrator. I love doing art. I love creating. I love design. And just kind of a thing that I've always done. If you come on, but let's kind of change gears just for a second here. So of course you want to go through all the information under the course tab, right? But there's just a couple things I wanted to point out to you guys in the syllabus. So the whole point of this class is to help you learn just the basics of how to design something really nicely and how to share that using social media. Okay, so one of the big requirements in this course, besides designing, is going to be using social media. So of course, all of you guys need to go out and join the class Facebook group that I created. If you don't have a Facebook account, you will need one for this course. You're also going to have to use some other social media accounts. That's a requirement of this course. And I just want to make sure you understand that. The materials, of course, you need a computer and a webcam and all that stuff that you need for all of them, right? But we're going to be using the Adobe software, specifically InDesign, Lightroom, and Photoshop. Now, there's a 30-day free trial of each of these that you can get, but you got to make sure you wait. Okay, so wait. Do not get them today. You know, wait till the day we tell you to get them. If you get them sooner than that, your trial might expire before you're finished using them. If you own a copy of CS5 or 6 of those programs, that's fine. That will work as well. We're also going to be doing stuff in Microsoft Word and PowerPoint, and you guys all as students can get a free copy of that through the university store's webpage. So you could do that as well. Visual Focus book, you guys should already have that access to that. The last thing here is there is well, I think it's 2 weeks kind of that you'll be using a camera. So you're going to need to be able to have access to a digital camera. Also, later in the course, you'll be printing. Specifically, I think it's just 2 different assignments you print out. And you're just going to want to make sure that when that time comes, that you're able to find a printing store, and we'll talk more about that when we get close to that time, and that you're able to pay for that, right? It's just $10 to $15 at most. It'll probably be even less, okay? Just some other things I wanted to go over as well with your coursework and stuff. One of the big things is each week there's going to be an intro kind of demo video. That will definitely be longer than this, but that is a vital part of the learning for this course. So you really want to make sure that you take time to watch those each week. I will go over a lot of different important things, especially some of the requirements and some more detailed instructions about the assignments. But then I'm also going to give you a little demo of how to do that. So these videos that I'll be making are very much just like if you were on campus attending your class. So skipping that is like you would be skipping your class where you go over your project and how to do it. So it's not a good idea. So you want to make sure you come and participate in those, right? I'll also be doing these critique videos each week where if you submit your project on time, I'll go through and I'll give you a critique on it. And that's a really important video to help you create good content or create the best project that you can. So we'll be going over that as well. Deadlines, the requirement here, let me see, do they go over here? Yeah, so we'll come down here. So the comm department has a policy that no late work is accepted, period. Okay, so you just kind of got to start realizing that now. You can't be late, even a minute late, 30 seconds late, 1 second late after the deadline, it's 0. So make sure that you always get your homework submitted early. I would try to have stuff done at least a day early if you can. If not, I would be submitting it about an hour to half an hour before it's due, just to make sure if something goes wrong, you have time to get it submitted still. Another thing, though, is if you're having a problem if something turns in late, there is the mulligan, so you can use that if you need to. The last thing here, courtesy policy. This is some 5 bonus points that I'm able, as your instructor, to award you if I feel like you have been very professional in how you've communicated with me, dealt with me, how you've been very courteous and professional with how you deal with each other. Also, just that you're participating, that you're working hard, and everything like that. So I will so for instance, each week I like to post a spiritual thought. A great way to get courtesy points is to participate in that discussion, to comment on lots of people's and giving lots of feedback and all that. Okay, so yeah, there's a schedule down here. Basically, what you want to understand is the way things work is you have a due date each Wednesday and each Friday, and we'll kind of go into more details about that as the semester continues. So yeah, so that's kind of just like some important stuff from the syllabus I wanted to go over with you in this intro video. The last thing I wanted to do here is if you come in up here, or I wanted to share my first little spiritual thought with you guys. And it's from President Uchtdorf, his talk, Happiness, Your Heritage, which was from the women's meeting, the broadcast with, I don't know if it was what it was called, if it was called Relief Society meeting or whatever, Young Women's or whatever at the time. But in this one, he talks about creativity, and I really like what he talks about right here. He says, and I'm going to edit this to say, sons and daughters, but if that is, okay, so it says right here, remember that you are a spirit son or daughter of the most creative being in the universe. Isn't it remarkable to think that your very spirits are fashioned by an endless, creative, and eternally compassionate God? Think about it. Your spirit body is a masterpiece created with a beauty, function, and capacity beyond imagination. So the reason I wanted to share that with you guys, that quote with you from President Uchtdorf is because I'm a strong believer that everyone is creative. I believe that is not only, based off of science and research that people have done, but also off of the gospel and what the gospel teaches us about who our Father is. And so because of that, I think that too often we let things get in the way of being creative. We let our inexperience or our fear of failure get in the way of being creative. And I just want to encourage you and share that with you because I know you are creative. And I believe that. And I believe that God wants you to work on that creative aspect of yourself. And so as we're working on this semester and working through and you're learning about design principles and reading through your textbook and practicing, things aren't going to be easy. Things are going to be hard. It's going to require some work to succeed in this course. But I know that if you're willing to try hard and you really do your best, you can accomplish amazing things and do so good and learn these new and powerful skills that will help you to use your creativity in a visual way that will benefit your life and others' lives around you. So I just really want to encourage you to not get discouraged and remember that you can always turn to God for help, even with your homework, even with making, visual art. You can turn to Him and turn to me, and for help, as well as for our tutor that we have, the tutors that we have for this course. So please, just know that you can do this. You can do wonderful things, and I'll share this quote in the Facebook group, and I'd love to hear, and I'll love to hear some of your thoughts about it and some of your feelings you're having right now. So please. Just know that how excited I am to work with you, and that I can't wait to get to know each of you this week during the first week as you share a little bit about yourself and with me and the introductions. So good luck with this course, and just know that I'm here for you and I'm willing to help. Thanks.